Namaste and good afternoon to everyone. This is Ryan Shrestha from Sydney. It's a pleasure to invite you all to this forum or a meeting, as you can say, or an expo, where we bring together our colleagues from our folks from back home in Nepal, who are mostly all very successful IT entrepreneurs who are also into other business function outsourcing like accounting, architecture, business, mortgage, admin. And we also have lots of Nepalese diaspora in Sydney and some Australian businesses who have taken time to attend this expo today to learn more about Nepalese outsourcing industry. So it's a very exciting moment because I think this is the first time such a virtual expo has taken place. Today, it will definitely be a moment of win-win. Our folks back home will get access to the Australian market for sourcing job orders for IT uh, application developments, outsourcing of remote staff, and so many other things, other opportunities, while the Australian businesses know more about Nepal, which is an emerging destination for outsourcing, which I believe is one of the cheapest in the world right now. And cheap doesn't mean low quality. Like Nepal has one of the world's best talent because we have really good school system there, education system there. And the kids of today, like Gen Zs, they have excellent communication skills. One of the good things about the Nepalese workers is that they don't have an accent like the Indian accent or the Filipinos have American accent. We have neutral accent, so which is also a benefit. So today we have put this program together to bring these two parties together, so we can network, we can learn from each other, and benefit each other, so we can grow together in the near future. So I would like to first play a video about Nepal because there's a misconception out there, a perception out there that Nepal is still a developing country. It may be under a developing country category, but personally I believe it's already a developed country, especially in the cities like Kathmandu. People have money, they have knowledge, they have the skills, and they've been doing things slowly and quietly, which the world hasn't seen yet. So we want to showcase this skill, this benefits of Nepal in the outsourcing industry to the whole world. And this is just a small step we've taken today. I hope this will inspire other people, and we have similar programs going every now and then in the near future as we go together.
Thanks for this platform. I'm Gaurav Pandey. I'm current president of NASIT. Like Ryan said, I mean, for the last 2.5 years, we have been actively lobbying with government, trying to work with diaspora, with local entrepreneurs to promote Nepal's tech sector. NASIT is an association of IT companies. So we have around 80 plus members right now. All of the top Nepal's IT companies are our members. Our primary goal has been policy lobbying, connecting, communicating with the governments to make changes in the law. But then we also actively working on skill development, market expansion for our companies. We did event in London last year. We did event in Korea earlier this year, and we did two road shows in Australia in September, which is pretty successful. And I think people in Australia were very happy with what Nepal has to offer. We're doing the same roadshow again in Australia again, of course, but we're doing a roadshow in US into July 2026. We did our expo last weekend. It's pretty successful, a lot of visitors, a lot of interactions happening in. So overall, association's goal is to promote our tech sector within Nepal, and obviously one of the major goals we want to achieve is to connect with our diaspora. I mean, our diaspora is our strength, and I think it's a win-win for both of us. Either we are staying in this part of the country, or you guys over there. We have to figure it out how to make it work because I've seen so many uh, people from diaspora coming back, investing. They've recently acquired multiple companies. So there is an opportunity again for next 5, 10 years to invest in the sector, grow the sector. On policy side, if you guys are coming, we will work with you I mean, if there are any bottlenecks and the issues, let us know from NASI's perspective. We'll try to reach out to government, reach out to the right concerned people to make thing at least we'll make an effort to resolve it. So let's engage, and I'll be more than happy to answer your questions on this. Thanks, Renzi, for this platform.
Thank you, Gaurav. We'll do a Q&A session later on. We've got a lot of things to cover, so we'll just move on. Just to give you an idea of the things that we're covering today. Basically, as I said earlier, the main theme of this program is to connect Australian businesses with Nepalese remote talent, mainly in the areas of IT, office support, and other areas such as mortgage, accounting as well. So we'll try to achieve some meaningful interactions today. It's going to be more like brainstorming session as well. So we'll be sharing our knowledge, and then it's also an opportunity for networking. As you know, people, they say your network is your net worth. Opportunities don't just fly in the air. They all start with human beings. So the only way you can grab the opportunity is by connecting with the human beings, and that's what we're going to do today. We will have a networking session at the end of the event as well. And I'm your host speaker. I'm also the customer success manager for Synergy. And I run another business called Study in Work, where I help people find jobs and at the same time, help businesses find talent. So far, I've been helping them find talent in Australia only. Now I'll be able to help them find talent in Nepal as well. Okay, so there will be a keynote speech by Nudo Joshi, who is my partner and also a customer success manager at Synergy. He will talk a bit about the remote staffing industry in Nepal. And then we have representatives from companies in Nepal. We have about 10 or so featured companies. So they will do their presentation, talk about their services. And then we'll have a speed networking session where we have other businesses who have agreed to join us today to do a pitch about their business. So what we'll do is, we'll also listen to them. And then it will be followed by a Q&A session where we discuss different topics of outsourcing, the issues, the problems, and then we also have a success story to discuss today. Abis Kimire, he's been in IT industry for more than 2 decades, and he spent a lot of his time in San Diego and San Francisco. Currently, he's in Australia, but he's planning to go back to US next month. He has run a number of businesses with the help of back office in Nepal. So we'll listen to him, get inspired, and get some of his insights as well. Right. So in terms of service providers, we have Palla Parazuli from QuickFox, and then we have Sagar Casey from Jasper. We also have Utsav Singh Rathod from Jasper. And then we have Naren Koyala from Eminence. He's going to talk about cybersecurity. And then we have Santosh Ranjitkar from Remote Pro. His business is more into uh, business support staffing. And then we're gonna have a session with our other businesses like Gaurav Pandey. We already heard from him because he's also the president of NAS IT. He's director of Igbana. And then we have Pranav Pradhananga from Ripple Bytes, Asim Kafle from PeopleSync, and then Sitesh Watrai from Swift in Global, and we have Deepak Dawari from Dots and Dashes. Then we'll have closing remarks. We'll discuss a bit about like how we went, if there's any suggestions, any ideas for future events. So let's make this event as productive as possible. This is the first time we're doing it, so definitely there will be some mistakes. I'm sure you guys will excuse us, for those mistakes. But every mistake is an opportunity to learn something, so we can do better in the future. Now, I want to request Noor to
Yep.
actually, uh, you know, uh, give his presentation. Okay,
All
Noor,
right.
the
Okay.
platform is yours.
Thank you. All right. So let's start. Good afternoon, everyone, from those joining us from Sydney, and good morning and namaste for people joining from Nepal. My name is Noor Joshi. I'm one of the partners at Synergy, working with Ryan. I've been in the outsourcing and BPO industry for the last 23 years. I've got a business called Auxilio Business Solution in Australia. We mainly provide BPO and outsourcing solutions. And in Nepal, I've got a brand called J&T Associates. We started outsourcing in 2003 in Nepal. When we started outsourcing, people didn't know what outsourcing was. Not only people, but even the government did not know what outsourcing was. We've been through all the issues when it comes to labor law and stuff like that. I'm proud to say we were one of the reason Nepal decided to introduce outsourcing in Nepal law. So that's why, if you look at the Nepal labor law, there's clear definitions on outsourcing. What are the rules and regulations when it comes to outsourcing. All right. So today I want to, talk to you about a strategic opportunity that could transform how you approach staffing and significantly impact your bottom line by hiring staff in remote staff in Nepal. So we're gonna discuss in key. We'll discuss key 8 questions. The first being, what's the skill base like in Nepal? How does Nepal compare price-wise? I won't be comparing to any other nations, just talking about Nepal at the moment. How you can ensure staff quality in Nepal? How can you make a project success in Nepal? What kind of outsourcing business model is ideal for Nepal? Are there any outsourcing success stories in Nepal? What's the biggest challenge and hurdles you could face while outsourcing Nepal? And how, as a synergy, we come in. All right, so let's dive in. So, outsourcing, I know the opportunity outsourcing is like, outsourcing has fundamentally shifted from being a competitive advantage to being a business necessity in today's scenario. Here's why. First, the economic reality. Business in developed countries, particularly in countries like Australia, US, UK, are facing unprecedented staffing cost pressures. Salaries are rising, competition for talent is fierce, and margins are getting squeezed. So if you're not finding way to optimize your cost structure, you are at a competitive disadvantage. You know, Second, our unique position at Synergy, we have origins and deep connections in Nepal. Ryan and myself, we always, have that thought, like, we try to send, jobs. Um, as minute and as details, to Nepal. We've been working together for the last 15 years, and we've done outsourcing and BPO projects from lead generations, design, digital marketing. We provided staff for like real estates, campuses, colleges, construction companies, you name it. I think we've done it. Most of them were good success. Some didn't work out. So we've learned a lesson from what we've done so far. And third, there's a really social impact here. By sending jobs to Nepal, we are helping our developing nations to grow its economy, and while making your business more efficient and more cost effective. You're creating an employment opportunity for talented young professionals in Nepal. All right, so let's talk about the skill base in Nepal. So annually in Nepal, there are about 500,000 graduates every year who are ready to enter the workforce. But it's not just about quantity, but it's about quality as well. The Nepalese government has actively encouraged international students to establish campuses locally. And we are talking about universities from states, the UK, Australia, setting up operations in Nepal. So what does this mean for outsourcing or for companies, overseas or in Australia? These are, so they're not just local institutes. These institutes are producing graduates with Western standards in Nepal. So you're getting top tier IT professionals, administrative staffs with international training standards, outsourcing English communication skills. Like Ryan mentioned earlier, we like Nepalese have a very neutral accent, not heavy as compared to other nations. I don't want to be racist and name the countries, but I'm sure you know what you're talking about. Um, as an the outsourcing generally, as far as I remember, started out as telemarketing. You used to get a lot of cold calls, but nowadays it is getting difficult. um, it died because of some practices that were really hassling businesses and residential customers from certain nations. And even today, when we hear a certain accent, what we do, we know it's a spam or it's a marketing call. We just hang up. But with my experience and with the telemarketing projects that we've done, you know, our accent is very subtle. It's not forcing. So people do tend to listen to us for a while, which is an advantage for us Nepalese. All right. So graduates, we've been trained at this Western colleges. They understand the Western business practices and work culture. You know, And the advantage is Nepal is still emerging as an outsourcing company, outsourcing destination. You can offer above market salaries and still have dramatically, compared to local hiring. And when you offer above market salaries in Nepal, you get to cherry pick the best out of the massive tool. All right. So let's move on. So how does the pricing compare? Like I said, I'm not comparing to any other countries, but comparing Australian cost to Nepal cost. So say if you are running on a software project, nothing fancy, just a standard business applications, you'd probably need about 4 developers, one software architect, one lead developer, one mid-level developer, and one test engineer. If you were to hire these people in Australia, your monthly cost would be anything. The lowest would be about 40 to 45,000 Australian dollars, for sure, right? And that's about $500,000 a year in just salaries. Then you've got you got other overhead like equipment, office space, benefits, and other overheads. But say if you were to outsource the same team with the same skills and experience, your cost in Nepal would be about 10,000 Australian dollars a month. That's 120,000 a year only. You save 75% on your cost. That's not a typo. You're roughly saving about 75%. The same talent. Okay. And this is our our past experience. Like when we when we try to find a project or help without a project, companies do save about 75% on their total cost. All right. So how can you ensure you get quality staff from Nepal? This is a very important questions. You cannot just hire people in Nepal and hope for the best. You need deliberate quality control mechanism, right? First, you need to implement standard testing upfront. So before anyone, before we find staff for you in Nepal, they go through, rigorous skill assessments. Say if it was technical, technical coding challenges for developers, portfolio reviews and practice tests for designers, writing samples and communication assistant for administrative staff. Those are working at the, back office, be it customer service, admin works. This isn't optional. You need objective data on skill levels before anyone starts working for you. And as a company, you need to dedicate a supervisor. What we've seen is, like, sometimes company wants to outsource just to save money. They're not ready for outsourcing. What I mean by that is they need to have someone to help nurture the outsourced staff in Nepal. It's not that, okay, I just want to outsource, I want to save money. Okay, I found an outsourcing company. Here's my task, you get it done. Doesn't work. It will never work. And we've had projects that it didn't work out, and we had to shut down after a couple of months, and it's a loss situation for everyone. All right, so you need to, assign someone, a supervisor, a manager to manage that outsourced staff in Nepal or any other destinations, and provide comprehensive ongoing training. So you got to treat the outsourced employee as your own employment. You got to give them, a regular skill development sessions, training on your specific tools and processes, and cultural alignment workshops. You got to bring them into your working culture, which is very important. And you got to provide continuous feedback loops too. All right. So how can you make any outsourcing project a success in Nepal? Like I said, the biggest mistake companies make with outsourcing, and we need to avoid this. Many businesses treat, like I said earlier, outsourcing like ordering something from Amazon. Okay, they write detailed specifications, they write detailed job descriptions, the tasks, and hand it over to the offshore team and says, okay, yeah, this is what I want you to guys to do, and just get it done. Then, after a few months, they go, you got the company's waiting, and when they finally see the results, it's wrong. The model fails constantly. Here's why. Where we need requirement change, assumptions prove incorrect, and small misunderstandings compound over time. The success model treat at the outsourcing model or the outsourced staff as a continuous interactive collaborations. Treat them as your own staff. All right, let me move on to the next slide. So what's the ideal outsourcing business model for Nepal? Um, to ensure high quality work outcomes and good profitability, you need to avoid the conventional outsourcing approach that like I mentioned earlier. To make it a success, we recommend some steps. Engage remote staff as part of your in-house team. Don't just give them the donkey jobs, or don't think, okay, we're paying them a lower salary to what we are paying to our Australian staff, so we're just gonna throw them the donkey jobs. It'll never work out. Treat them as your own part of your own team. And don't think them as a contractors or external vendors. They are your employees who just happen to work from Nepal, remotely. They attend your, they should attend your meeting, use your tools, follow your culture, and they, integrate. They should be integrated, not isolated. Second, retain project management responsibility. So we suggest that as a company, don't outsource your project management. Keep it in-house. You decide your priorities. You track your progresses. You make decisions. The Nepal team executes according to your directions. Yeah. Third, maintain accountability project deliverables. You own the outcomes. You as a company own the outcomes. You're not pointing fingers and outsourcing company when something goes wrong. We've had this over a long time. When the target of the KPI is not met, the first thing that they would do is to blame the outsourcing company or the outsourced staff. So you have to manage the delivery regions. Utilize your own technology. Use your own process, use your own tools, your workflows that you've been doing in your company. Don't we don't recommend to adapt to our system or to Nepal systems. Use your own system. The outsourcing or the Nepal team will adapt how you work, and that's how it should go. So are there any success stories in Nepal? Like Ryan mentioned earlier, there's quite a few. Let me just go through these big ones. There are like I think last few years, outsourcing has overtaken foreign income honor to tourism. Earlier, for the last couple of decades, tourism has always become the highest revenue honor for Nepal. But now, outsourcing has overtaken, tourism, and this is just a start. You know, I've had from my company in Nepal, I've had companies from Nepal, from India, and other companies trying to outsource from Nepal because other countries like India, they're getting quite expensive, and or they're moving overseas, so they're trying to come into Nepal and create outsourcing companies in Nepal. So just to name a few companies, we've got Deerwork, they're into major healthcare technology. Fuse Machines, which is an example, they're into AI machine learning specialist. They just recently got listed in NASDAQ. We have Leapfrog Technologies. They're into software development and designs. We have Cotivity, healthcare analytics and services. We've got EB Pearls, Brain Disease, Cloud Factory. I know for a fact Cloud Factory employs about 3,000 employees all over Nepal. They've really made a change. We've got Java Software, F1 Soft Internationals. They're into digital payment solutions, and they manage most of the banking apps for banks in Nepal. We've got companies like Lockpoints, who are into cybersecurity solutions, etc. So what's so significant here? They aren't just tiny startups. Like I said, Fuse Machine, they were listed in NASDAQ. These are established companies with international clients, proven track records, and substantial workforce. Some of these companies, they employ hundreds or probably even into thousands of people in Nepal. Most of these companies, I would say, a majority of these companies, they've got client bases in US, UK, Australia, and Europe. They are delivering complex projects, not just simple tasks, and meeting international standard qualities. Right. So what's the biggest challenge to outsourcing in Nepal? Like I said, we need to get out of the traditional mindset of offshore model, which has a serious drawbacks, not only for Nepal, but for any offshore locations. Typically, companies approach offshore development like this, like I said, write a detailed project documentation, hand it over to the offshore team, and expect them to come up with something. And this creates a problem, and doesn't work out. So what we suggest, and what the best approach is, um, software quality depends on entirely specification quality. If your document is incomplete or ambiguous, the software will be wrong. We're talking about software development here. And here's the thing: document is almost always incomplete because it's impossible to anticipate every detail upfront. And there's difficulty knowing everything upfront. Requirements evolve. Requirement changes due to your requirement, your client's requirement, or the market conditions. Users need complete. It becomes clear as you build. If you are locked into a fixed specification, you can't add up. You end up building something totally imperfect. Communication challenge. There are communication challenges. Time zone differences. There is a time zone difference of about 4 to 5 hours, depending on the time of the year, which is not bad. And I've found young individuals, they prefer working in the morning. So they do 5, which is 9:30. Typically, we start around 10 in Australian time, which is like about 4 or 5 in the morning, and they finish the job by 2 afternoon Nepal time, and they still have that extra time to do something else, or to pursue, to further their career, go to colleges, etc. Legal implications when projects go wrong, and with the traditional model, they often do. We end up in disputes, unmet expectation lead to finger pointing. Like I said, who do you blame? You blame the outsourcing company, right? Here's the critical point. All of these challenges stem from the same root cause, treating offshore development as a transaction rather than a collaboration. Like I said, okay, we want to outsource because we're getting a cheaper rate. So, let's outsource something, or let's give some tasks to, offshore. But the requirement is not clear. There's no supervisor to train them or to, check what they're doing. All right. We are, at the end of the presentation. So where do we come in as Synergy? What is our value proposition? Straightforward. We combine the strength of Australian client engagement, our experience, Ryan, Abhish's experience, with the scalability of offshore, delivering high accountability, deep expertise, and exceptional value. Let me break down what this means for Australian companies. Local accountability. You work with us here in Australia with us. We speak your language. We understand the Australian business context. We work in your time zones and attend your meetings. We understand what works and what doesn't work. We also, because we've been outsourcing, we are from Nepal. We understand what works and what doesn't work in Nepal. We've made all those mistakes. Ryan and I, we made all those mistakes. We've already gone through probably hundreds of outsourcing staff within the last decade or so. We made the mistakes. We refined our mistakes, and we know. We'll tell you when you're making a mistake. So we'll tell you, don't do this. This will not work out. All right. Global capability behind our Australian presence is a network in Nepal with the NAS IT and with all the vendors in Nepal. They have a pool of talent pool that you can cherry pick, like I said. Speed, intelligence, and cost saving. We help you move faster because we have that connection, we have that experience, we have that infrastructure. We help you work smarter because we've optimized the process for you. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. We've done everything for you. And we help you save significantly because we've eliminated all the inefficiencies. So what's our difference? The bottom line, you get the benefits of offshore talent without the typical offshore headaches. And there's quite a few. We handle the complexity so you can focus on growing your business. All right. Thank you very much. These are our contact numbers. And if this model makes sense to you guys, especially the Australian companies, and if you want to explore how this could benefit to your specific situation, get in touch with me, get in touch with Ryan, WhatsApp us, calls us. We'll schedule a consultation, to understand your needs, your current staffing challenges, and explore how Nepal, Nepal offshoring could fit to your organization, right? And we'll come out with a specific plan, timeline, and cost. There's no pressure, no obligations, just a conversation between you and us, so that you can, we both can benefit. Right. Thank you very much,
Thank
guys, for your
you.
time, and enjoy the rest of the evening. I hand over to you, Ryan.
Yeah, it was an amazing presentation. Thanks for sharing your wisdom. Let's move on to our success story. We have here Abis Kemire. Before I say anything about his business, I think let's hear from him um, directly.
Thank you, Ryan. And Noor, that was an amazing presentation. So thank you for I learned a lot. So again, my name is Abish Gimire. Yeah, so I've been in the IT software industry for about 23 plus years. I started out my career in Silicon Valley. I was there for 12 years, from software developer to implementation engineer, and then later, as I left Silicon Valley to move to Kathmandu Valley, I was a product manager at a startup. So I moved to Kathmandu in 2013 to start my company called Ribera Solutions. and I was also actually doing my MBA in the US at the same time. So Ribera Solutions really started in Silicon Valley, where I saw that there was a need for better talent or smarter outsourcing companies to help small startups. And I worked with as a product manager at a couple of startups, and I saw that need, and actually saw companies based in Ukraine, company based in India, would really not meet a lot of our requirements, right? They used to charge us big bucks. Even we had software outsourced to companies like Wipro and Tata Consulting. It was really a disappointment. So I saw a need to have maybe a boutique software outsourcing company, and as a natural tendency, as we Nepali have, I said, I would go back home and start a company. So that's my story. Again, just a little bit of wrap up here on my profile. So I also do business consulting, technology consulting to mostly CEO for smaller startups. For some reason now I'm more specialized in healthcare and medical devices and clinical trial and that sort of area. A little bit by choice and a little bit by luck as well. I'm also the co-founder of Job Screener AI. This is a Sydney-based company, and what it does is it's an AI-powered platform that allows recruiters and employers to conduct AI-powered interviews, look at the resume, candidate profile matching. Through AI interviews, we also automate, understanding the behavior analysis of the candidate, and also learning the hard and soft skills. So some of my expertise is, obviously on the digital transformation, IT, strategic planning, and like I said, anything to do with product project management. And mostly in the last, I would say 7 or 8 years, I've been focused on the healthcare and HIPAA and clinical and data management side. So the company that I founded, the first company is called Ribera Solutions, and it's primarily, again, a software development firm, but we also provide AI consulting as well to our enterprise clients, mostly in the US. In the last couple of years, we are now based in Sydney as well, but we've always had Australian clients. Our headquarters is in San Diego, California, and the engineering team is based in Nepal. We have some senior consultants in Australia and in America. And for Synergy, we are the US-based partner. And that's where, Ryan and Noor are actively working with us to see how we can also get this wonderful programs and things that you're doing in Australia to the US as well. Ribera has been a consulting partner for Amazon Web Services since 2018. So we're early pioneer, actually, when we started becoming probably one of the early Nepali companies as consulting partners. We have about 35 plus clients in the US that we've worked with, and about 5 plus clients in Australia. Some of the verticals, like as you can see, primarily some of the sectors are IoT, telecom. We've also done a lot of defense work in the past, Department of Defense in the US, which actually requires a lot of the security clearance, but we were able to find some ways to get around that, and obviously from medical device and some SaaS. So here are some customers. Some of them are noteworthy, I would say. Philips Healthcare, we did an ECG monitoring platform for them. Hologic is a medical device company. We worked very early on. 2016 is when we worked with Hologic to develop their prototype of digital cytology system. And after 10 years of research, actually, they just launched to market last year, and they have been winning so many awards. So, very early footprint of that was done by engineers in Nepal. And that was 2016, right? So almost 10 years ago. Qualcomm, we've done a lot of IoT, and there's some other Melbourne-based company, Invitech and Planet Innovation, two of our wonderful clients that we've worked. And I'll actually share a success story with Invitech that we launched at a very critical time, that is not too distant in the far during the COVID times. Again, some of the projects we've worked is, workflow automation for clinicians, radiology. We've done a lot of work, cybersecurity for clinical trials, test instruments. So when we think of Nepal, we only think of maybe IT or software. What we should also know now is that we have done medical devices, right, for big companies like Philips, like Hologic. And a lot of people don't know about it. And we are a small company. We don't do a lot of advertising, a lot of marketing ourselves. We want to stay as an engineering company, so we do a lot of work as referrals, and that's why you may not have heard about some of this work that was done in Nepal. But we've been doing this for many years. We've been doing this for over 10 years in Nepal, focused on cutting edge technologies such as ECG monitoring platforms and digital pathology, digital cytology, radiology type of work, and including clinical research, data management for clinical research, and that sort of areas. So here's a case study with a company called Invitech, which is based in Melbourne, but also based in San Diego, California. So this was doing, so I'm not going to go over the slide in detail. I'll tell you the story. So this was right when COVID hit, and Invitech was a good partner. We had been working with them for other medical device, and they came in a panic and said we need to launch a rapid test, PCR test instrument in 6 months. And the hell was breaking loose, as we know. The war was shutting down. Our team in Nepal, all of a sudden, we from a team of 35 people in Kathmandu, we had nobody working in our office. Probably half of our staff left for their home outside of Kathmandu Valley, and some of those places was really remote. If you think about it, we would say it takes probably a day and a half to get there. And so I was very worried, right? We had a big project that was coming up. All of our staff were all over the place. And so we had to get everything organized. We had to get things, getting ready, ducks in a row. So what we did was, we first relied on communication, right? We made sure that, we were able to use digital platforms such as, Jira and Confluence. We had quality management system. So a lot of these things we had in place, but we just had to make sure that everybody was well communicated. And there was a biotechnology team based in Boston that was developing the chemistry for this PCR test. The team in Melbourne was doing the hardware. The team in Nepal was doing the software. So you can imagine you have scientists who were working on an ongoing basis, right? Because the virus was changing, and they were learning about that. All of that research was being done in Boston. At the same time, the device casing, how would it open, right? How would you put on the slide? How you would draw the saliva? All of that had to be designed in a very rapid manner. So all of that was done between the team in Nepal, the team in Melbourne, and the scientists in Boston. So we had to work very closely. There was really no margin for error, as you know. And so, the success story there was that within a period of 6 months, we were able to get that done with a team that was distributed. I can only tell that the team spent nights and weekends working on it. We know that the world ahead at that time, we didn't know if it was going to open. We didn't know how long we were going to be in lockdown. So here's a client testimonial from one of the senior engineers. His name is Bini, and really Bini has been very close friend now, working with our team in Nepal. He pretty much said that he was very impressed with the Ribera's team because of their ability to work on Invitech's quality procedures, and that was on a Class B medical device software. And they were somewhat complicated. I don't think it was somewhat, it was very complicated PCR algorithms, because those were changing in a matter of minutes, right? As the scientists would give us new algorithms, the new testing guidelines, we had to change that rapidly, and we had to iterate on that very rapidly. So this was, like you said, during a time of urgency, and the team worked very hard, and we successfully got it out on time. And so let me just wrap up with the lessons learned, right? For personally as well. And so it's really all about the team, the team culture. How do you set the culture? The culture means, being proactive, right? Not making sure that you're professional. You're asking questions, you're getting things done. Because if you don't ask questions, the person may be sleeping in Kathmandu, and the person may be waiting in Boston, and you don't get answers on time. So that was making sure that everybody was unified in terms of their working processes. There were guidelines. And one thing I personally realized was that Nepal's talents were top notch, because they were working hand in hand with the top notch scientists that had received about 45 million US dollar funding from the government to launch this product, right? And so they were working with Australian engineers and scientists, and so really top notch team that were able to deliver. The next thing I learned was that everyone in Nepal, especially the young generation, had very high work ethics, right? So, meaning I could trust them, I could go to bed, and I could wake up in the morning being relieved that they have done the work that I had expected from them. And that's a big trust that a lot of business needs to have when they outsource any project to any company. A lot of companies don't outsource because they don't trust, right? So I think Noor already highlighted some of the other issues as well, but trust I saw was one of the issues that we were able to overcome. Um, and the other is, we may think of Nepal, as Ryan was saying, as a underdeveloped country with a very poor infrastructure. Oh, there's no, I don't know, there's no internet, high-speed internet in the villages. Even in remote villages, I was actually surprised, because even though they may not have wired internet, or some way to have internet access to wired, they were using broadband, and broadband at that time probably was 4G or 5G, I can't recall, but it was fast enough. They had multiple source of that. Electricity was not a problem. So the people, the engineers that were even in remote areas, were able to become very efficient and very productive very quickly, and infrastructure was never an issue. They were able to get on time on all of the calls on Zoom or Teams. They were able to access internet. They were able to do their work. So that it was a significant test and challenge during the COVID times, and the staff proved that they were able to do that with the infrastructure that they relied on. Last but not least is the emphasis on communication, right? So when you are working, one or two time zones apart, you want to make sure that everyone's communicated well. They have the unified tools, Slack or some other ways to be able to work together, and they were able to respond very quickly, so that there's a global unification of things. So with that, I will wrap up, and I will hand it over to you, Ryan.
Thank you, Avis. That was very inspiring presentation, man. Let's give him a big round of applause. As
Thank you.
Abhi said, sky is the limit for us. We should always think big. Outsourcing is not just about sending those admin work. Nepal has genius scientists, right? Abish was sharing with me, like at one point, like he was paying the Nepalese staff like $50 to $250 an hour. Just imagine people getting paid $250 an hour in Nepal. It's possible, right? And about infrastructure, it's really true. Like before when Noor and I started the business, electricity was a big problem. Like we had to invest in a generator that was as big as a minibus. And then we need inverters, like 3 or 4 inverters, and even the internet we had to have like backup for a backup. But now there's no such problems. Everything is like world class, right? Thanks, Avis. So let's move on to our service provider presentations now. I would like to ask Pallav to continue the program with his presentation.
Good afternoon. So I basically represent QuickFox Consulting. QuickFox Consulting is automation, AI, and digitization company incorporated in 2019. I and Richard Siesta started this company with the concept that we'll work on automation digitization part. And currently we are working with clients based at US, Nepal, South Korea, and Australia. We mainly focus on robotic process automation, which is now had been advanced to agentic AI platform. And we also work on AI engineering and MLOps part, wherein we build different customized AI tools for our clients. Apart from that, we also do software engineering, mainly focusing on AI augmented custom software development part, wherein we include different AI tools to process the software development part more compliant and more fast. Today, I will morely focus on Quick RPA, our agentic AI platform, which is basically a robotic process automation platform enabled with agentic AI tools. There is two parts in it. So one is agentic AI studio and another is orchestration platform. Agentic AI studio is basically your studio wherein you can drop and drag the nodes and then build your own workflow automation part. It basically provides you ease to basically make your own workflow in this platform. And then orchestration is basically your management tool wherein you can, once the system is automated, you can put those system in the system in this platform and then monitor it from that perspective. So I'll show you how it basically operates. So this is our studio wherein you can drop and drag different nodes. I think if you guys are familiar with N8N or any UiPath or Blue Prism kind of platforms, then it's similar to those platforms wherein you can drop the different nodes from the list that you have been shown in the left side, and then you can make your own system. It's cloud and your premise deployable. It has its own user management system, comprehensive audit tool, and everything compliance as per the ISO compliant requirement. If you see how it basically operates, I will quickly show you a small demo. I think it will be easier for you to understand. So this is our studio wherein you can make your own workflow. So here you can basically add on your own nodes and then perform the entire task from the system. So this is one of the example that I am showing wherein it's basically fetching the data from Gemini and then sending the email direct to the client. Now the task can be executed and then it can be automatically performed. So it's almost like it almost took almost like 2 or 3 seconds to make your own workflow and then execute the task. So finally, the task has been done. The email has been sent to the client. So this is one of the process that we built. So apart from that, this is our orchestration platform wherein once the workflow is automated, you can deploy it over here and then you can monitor it. And then you can put a different compliance audit part wherein you can monitor everything and then the process can be run attended, unattended, and in hybrid mode. It has all the requirement of compliance, ISO compliance. Currently, we are working with these clients. So our majority of clients are based in Nepal and US. Encel is one. Coca-Cola, we are working here. IBI is based at South Korea, and we are working with them. FHI 360 is based at UK, London. We are working with them as well. And there are a number of clients which we are working with, and these clients are based at US. So apart from that, we are working with number of A-class commercial banks over here in Nepal, almost like 15 out of 20 A-class commercial banks. We are also working with Ministry of Health and then a couple of other institutes like your EPF and your SSF, Social Security part also. So if you compare our product with the existing product that is there in the market or any of the product that is with that we are competing with our UiPath, Blue Prism, Automation Anywhere, Work Fusion, Bot City, Robocop, Automation Age, Power Automate, and Data Matic. So our expertise basically is in customization and cost part. So wherein we can deliver highly customized automation tools, end-to-end customization tools to the client at a reasonable cost. So that's why if you see the quadrant of high cost and customization, we are at low cost and high customization part. That's why it's mostly preferable in the market for small and medium enterprises to deploy our automation tool. Apart from that, we also work on different customized AI augmented tools like your Quick Extract, which basically use your OCR tool to digitize your handwritten or printed form, and then it not only digitize it, it basically transpose the data to the different application that you require. So it's basically used by banks and other financial institute wherein you have to digitize. So one of the use case might be in a mortgage automation case wherein you can automate the entire document part in the system and then digitize it, verify it, and then send it to the bank for the request. And then you can again select the kind of product that is suitable for your client and then finalize it. So it can be used for that prospect also. So this we have basically built for one of the client for the bank loan processing part. Compliance part, we are ISO certified. We have 150 plus engineers. We have almost like work with 50 plus happy customers, and most of them, almost like 90% client are still working with us. We have delivered 200 plus projects across Nepal, US, and Australia plus South Korea. Automation part, we have worked in your ERP system like your Infosys Finacle, which is again core banking system mostly used by the banks over here in Nepal. We also have worked with 3 Minutes 2024. It's a European-based core banking system, mostly used by the clients in Europe and Australia. We do have hands-on experience working in SAP, Microsoft Office, different products, PDF, Flash-based system, web-based, and desktop-based automation. In terms of your AI augmented software development, we have expertise in working in different domains. In the cloud, we have working with AWS, Azure, Google Cloud. So we have different expertise in different delivering different product in different programming language, different platforms. This is our founding team. So Richard Sister is the president of the company, and I am CEO of the company. So as Abish was mentioning, so I was getting nostalgic about the healthcare domain. So I have briefly giving introduction of me. So I have worked with different pharmaceutical company in India with the likes of Ranbaxy Laboratories, Cipla, India Bulls for almost like 15 years, and I have a good domain expertise knowledge in pharmaceutical and healthcare sector. So that is what I have done in the past. And then this is one of the success story for the client wherein we automated one of the loan processing activity in the bank wherein 3 to 5 employees were deployed. And then now the deployment has reduced to 0.5 resource. And then earlier the task was 100% manual, which has been reduced to 1% manual. And the turnaround time TAT for that process was 15 minutes. Now it has been reduced to 2 minutes. So this is the kind of result that we basically provide in the automation space to different clients. And then the ROI was within 2 months time. So it was quite efficient and quite beneficial for the client. So apart from automation part, we also do MVP to scale up projects. We have worked with one of the client in the US, which is now going for the second round of funding. We have worked with them since conceptualization of the product MVP, and now we are working on a scale up and feature addition to that platform. So apart from that, we also provide services, your SaaS-based services, DevOps services to the client at US. So it's Vera, it's environment grading, environment, your climate grading, carbon rating and grading company over there in US. It basically set the benchmark for carbon emission and carbon rating part for the different companies. We are continuously providing them the IT services to this client. So that's about the QuickFox Consulting. If you have any question, then you can shoot, or you can later on also you can ask if there is any concern or any question regarding this presentation.
Thank you, Pallav. It was a
Thank you.
great presentation, man. Let's give a big round of applause. So, Pallav, I can say your specialty is in RPA, making AI bots. Like you're focusing mainly in AI at the moment, right?
Yeah. So currently we are focusing on automation, digitization, and AI part.
Right. Okay, that's good. Okay, so if anyone has some questions in AI, we can discuss about it later on. Okay, so let's move on to now Sagar Casey. Sagar is managing director of uh, Jasper IT.
Hello everyone, Namaste, good afternoon. It's me, Sagar, Managing Director of Jasper IT. It's a pleasure to have you all here in this expo. And Ryan, I must say thank you for this organizing this. Anyway, let me give a very brief introduction about Jasper. And the presentation will be carried on by my team member. His name is Usab. We have been working with startup business to grow through the innovative technology and digital transformation, and it's been 14 years now. We started a small web development company and eventually now evolved into a full service IT company with a team over 65 people with different expertise. We basically do web and mobile development. We do SEO, digital marketing for the diverse business house. We do UI UX design, and of course a BPO for tech and non-tech diverse industry. Uh, our focus has always been on building a scalable platform, improving online visibility for helping the clients reach in a new market. We work with the diverse industry, both locally and internationally. We don't just build a solution, we work along with our clients to understand their goals and turn their ideas into a sustainable growth. What I believe is today's session is an opportunity to explore how we can connect and collaborate with the amazing people like you to support your digital share insights and showcase the capabilities. Yeah, with that, I'd like to hand over my team member, Vishal Singh Rathod, who will carry on with the pitch deck and give you a closer look at how Jasper IT can help your business to move forward. Thank you, Usab. Thank you, everyone. Usab, please continue. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Sagarji, for your short intro.
All right.
Now let's hear from what's up about
Right.
Jasper's more like programs.
Sure. So hi everyone. My name is Utsav Singh Rahur and I'm representing Jasper IT. And we're an agency. I like to call ourselves an agency for agencies. So all right. I'm representing Jasper. Like I said, we're an agency based out of Lalitpur, and we've been in the business since 2011, and a team of 65, like Sagar said. Um, I'd say we're still a small to medium-sized company, so that gives us a lot of flexibility in terms of technology. We're not married to any particular technology, and we can quickly make shifts as per requirement. But we've been focused on a few things in the past, and that's what I'm going to present right now. So yeah, basically we are an agency for agency, and we provide a lot of services that an agency that's already operating might need. Okay, so what does that mean? So when we talk about an agency, we're either referring to a web agency or something of sort. So we can provide with uh, manpower that helps with web 3.0 as well. We also work in blockchain technologies, and then we also do support systems. So there's anything from inbound to outbound calls to tech support to also BPO services. So that's non-tech as well, non-tech BPO as well. So on development services, so we mainly work on WordPress. WordPress is something that we're very vocal about. We champion WordPress a lot. Then that's because we've been in the WordPress industry and WordPress community for quite a long time, and we think WordPress can act as a tool that can, work as a quick quick thing that would help you release your startup nice and early. So not everything has to be done from the grounds up all the time. And if we're looking for something that's cost effective and that's also faster to go out in the market and test everything, that's where WordPress comes in. So we do that. We've worked with a lot of startups on that front as well to help them get started with their startup to later on scale it either on WordPress or something else, depending on what kind of needs come by. We also do web development. We've been doing that since the early days of the company, and then uh, um, t- uh, we've fortunately delivered work for a lot of big companies in and outside Nepal as well. So in Nepal, we've worked with few big companies like Civil Homes and Ansel, and then outside we've most of our clients have been from outside, mostly from US and Australia, and that's where our core clients are mainly. But we've also worked with clients from Europe and stuff. So on web development, we have development teams that can work on PHP or then JavaScript. We also do Python as well. And on CMS, we do WordPress development and something that's been taking the industry by storm on e-commerce would be Shopify. Everyone's moving to Shopify, and we can be a reliable Shopify partner as well, Shopify development partner as well. We've worked on some Shopify websites that generate revenues in millions. In fact, we've also worked with an e-commerce site out of the US whose monthly revenues were almost in a million. So yeah, by that I mean we can not only create websites for you, not only create e-commerce stores for you, but we can also create stores and websites that can scale up when required, and that can take a lot of customers at any given point of time, so that you can do your business and your website can take care of itself. So that's something that we specialize in, and that's something that we're very confident about. Apart from that, we also have JavaScript developers. So from React to Vue, we've also worked on Angular projects as well. So anything that's related to JavaScript technology, that's something we can definitely take in as well. Apart from that, we've started recently. I mean, by recent, I mean a year and a half maybe, with blockchain development and smart contracts as well. So we've written smart contracts and for a few of our clients as well. So basically, when w- we've I'd say we the project was almost like building a wallet that's closer to any existing wallet where you could sign up and get your own physical sorry, your digital wallet, and then you could load money to it, make transfers to different cryptocurrencies, and then also make payments and schedule payments as well, depending on what kind of wallet you're trying to build. So both custodial wallets and non-custodial wallets as well. So we've done all those things. We've moved into blockchain development recently as well. So that's something that we can definitely be of help as well. And apart from that, the core thing that has been the USP of Jasper would be support. We take in and outbound calls. So we started as a call center, and then but in the meantime, we've taken a lot of clients for whom we've provided inbound calls support system as well, and we've also offered outbound sales calls as well. And we've been very fortunate that we've been able to deliver all of them and at a good at a good number to them. So basically, we have a team that specializes on uh, calls and gathering leads for our clients as well, and even for us. So outbound is something that we have excelled in, and inbound calls is something that we've also worked with for a lot of our clients, and we can definitely be of help there. And um, we work in different time zones. We have in fact we can offer 24/7 services because we have Australian-based team, we have US-based team, and we can definitely serve Europe-based team depending on the requirement. So that gives us 24/7 availability, and that means anyone that requires any company that requires 24/7 service is something that we can definitely be a help of, because that's when because we are available all the time. So our team could be able to, get back to your live chat support or handle your tickets and everything. And since we are a tech team, it's not limited to just answering what the script says, but we can also take in L1 and L2 level of support. For L3, we could take in if the company is collaborative enough and then they want us to do that. But then L1 and L2 support is basically what we generally provide to our clients. So if you're looking to offer 24/7 services, or if you have uh, customers calling in for different inquiries and stuff, that's where we come in, and that's something that we can definitely deliver. And yeah, so like I said earlier, we are not married to a particular technology, and we aren't too big to say, let's say, 150, 200, 300 people or 400 people. So we're still a small to medium company, around 50 to 60 people, and then that gives us flexibility to move around technology and make some changes, hire new people, get started quick and early. And there's a lot less process and a lot less protocol when moving to a different technology. So that gives us an advantage in the new world. So every little new change we can quickly adopt to. And yeah, I think I mentioned blockchain development earlier as well. So yeah, this is something that we've been working on recently, and uh, we can definitely help with this as well. And why would you choose Jasper IT is, I think, because of what we've delivered in the past. We've worked with thousands of smaller clients and a few big clients as well. We've been able to deliver irrespective of the company size, irrespective of the client size, and we're reliable. Um, the only the main USP, like I said earlier, would be that we're available 24/7. So if there's anything that pops up, you know that we are there to have a look at it, have a go at it, and then fix that problem and get back to the client or get back to you in time. Because that's something not many can boast of, that not many can provide. Because let's face it, even if we say 24/7 service, we have a fixed uh, office time, and then that's when most of our team would work. But for us, that's 24/7 because we have uh, the office running all the time in three different time zones and with three different setups. So yeah, that's something that gives us an edge. And yeah, I think the differentiator is something that I already mentioned over there. So, like I said, we've worked with Ansel, we've worked with University of Washington, we've started that sells domains and websites. There's designs, another startup that provides design services. We've worked with Red Cross Nepal, and we've worked with Beta and Hybrid of Humanity as well, for humanity as well. And yeah, I think that would be it. And if there's any kind of questions or any kind of queries, or if there's anything that we may be of help, we're always open to talk. We're always open for any kind of interactions, or just shoot us a message and then we can get in touch. And if anyone requires, here's contact information. And yeah, I think that would be it. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, that's a good business, no, sir. Let's give him a
Thank
big
you.
round of applause. Yeah, as you can see, Jasper IT is one of the most diverse agencies. They do all sorts of things from web development, software development, to telemarketing, lead generation, even IT support, help desk level 1, level 2, right? So yeah, any IT problems, opportunities, please get in touch with them. Okay, so let's
Right.
move on to now
Thank you.
Narayan Koyala from Eminence. Um, Narayan is actually in Switzerland at the moment on a business trip. So he's taking time to come to this event. Thank you, Narayanji.
Hello, thank you so much. I'm Naren Goyala. I'm the co-founder and director at Eminence Ways. So we are a dedicated cybersecurity company. So we started this company 12 years ago. So we are completely focused on cybersecurity services uh, with 80 plus team members and more than 450 clients. So we are more into the security assessment. So whatever the tech stacks are developed or deployed by any organizations, so we assess those technological infrastructures. We assess the processes that clients use to defend those infrastructures, right? So there are various kinds of services that we do in cybersecurity. So web application security is most popular among the services, and then we are more specific with the network and system security assessments. So any kind of servers, any kind of cloud infrastructures structures that is deployed by the client or that is used by the client. So we assess those systems and we find security flaws and help clients patch them. So we do not patch them, but we advise them to patch on a standard basis. And then to have the process audited, right? So every organizations have their own cybersecurity process. So we do the information systems audit, we do the social engineering audit, so we do database audit kind of things, and then we're more into this compliance implementation as well. And in compliance, we are more focused with ISO 27001 and PCI DSS. Okay, so are you? Is there a problem with the slides?
No, no, it's okay. You can see it.
Okay. And then across 9 different countries, so we
But
have.
the slide's not moving. It's still on page
Okay,
1.
that was what. Uh, okay, so is it okay now?
Yeah, it's better now.
Okay, so I'm not. Okay, so across 9 different countries, so we have worked with different agencies like the government. So we have worked with not only the government organizations in Nepal, but we have worked with the government organizations in Bhutan, uh, and we have worked with BFIs. We have worked with organizations in healthcare, and most of the domains, but absolutely focused on the security part. And at this moment, I'm in Switzerland. So we recently won a project from the Swiss government. So hopeful to execute it very soon. Uh, so certified team members, we have worked with most of the clients. So World Bank, GIG, Redoct, there are security companies, uh, insurance companies, there are software companies. Uh, yeah, and there are even cybersecurity companies. So we have worked with three different cybersecurity companies, two in US and one in UK. So they bring in the cybersecurity projects and then we test it back from Nepal. So in case of Bhutan, so our team travels to Bhutan to test the infrastructures of the agencies there or the companies there. So we are flexible moving out of the country as well as doing it remotely. So as per the project demands. So we have a very good team members who are always on the bounty platforms. So major of the top tech platforms. So all filled with the bounties by our team members. And a few of the projects, notable projects that we do. So besides from the regular application security assessments, so we have done a security assessment of national smart this electric meters, right? So the electric meters that is deployed at our homes by the electricity company. So that smart meters needs to be very secure, and the device is to be protected, the communication in between is to be protected, the servers are to be protected, right? So the entire flow was tested by us for one of the government agencies in one of the countries. And so we have done security assessments of national pension systems. So all the government employees, right? So who get the pensions. So their system was tested by us. So we have done consultation and national cybersecurity centers establishment. So it was a project that we worked with World Bank, and we have also worked with uh, the securing the architecture of this interoperable layer on national healthcare systems. So the customer data, the public data is very important, right? And especially in case of healthcare. So that interoperable layers security was designed by us. There are lots of projects that we do, and regarding engagements, right? So it could be any kind of project-based engagements. It could be uh, any kind of engagements in staff augmentation model. Maybe we can bid the government projects or any of the bigger projects together, because we have a very strong portfolio, and then with 13 years of experience in this, right? So we carry a lot of mm, good vibes, especially in cybersecurity. So that client is preferring. So yeah, thank you so much. So if you have anything on cybersecurity, so we are always there, absolutely focused on cyber defense. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Naranji. Very good presentation. Yeah, let's give it a big round of applause. Um, I've just got one quick question, Naranji. In Australia, it's very hard to even place candidates for cybersecurity roles, especially in the government departments, because they ask for security clearance. Like, for example, the candidate has to be Australian citizen. Do you face such challenges while working with government departments from overseas? Like being
No,
based in Nepal, do they really allow you to work in cybersecurity projects?
yes. So we have worked with three different countries with the government, right? So
Mm.
if it's a project that you apply directly, right? For example, if Eminence Ways has bidden the project and we have won it, so all the team members that we showcase them on the proposal, right? So they are
Yeah.
allowed, right? But
Okay.
if the project is won by some other agencies and then it is to be outsourced by the company to us or any of the other country, so in this case, there can be some kind of problem, right? So
Mm.
it's a we need to make sure that or we need to make them clear that the team members who will be used in this project, right?
Yeah.
So are authorized and are certified. Um, yeah, if we can mention them at the early stage, so it will be
Mhm.
helpful.
Okay.
So it's the global case. Even in Nepal, if any company is coming and bidding in security roles, so they cannot do it directly.
Okay. Right. Okay. That's good. That's good to know. Thank you, Nanaji. Let's now move on to Gauravji then.
Okay, so basically, I just Igbana. I did my introduction before. So Igbana was born in 2014. We're offshore software development team, around 100 plus team member right now, and most of our clients are in US, Japan, Spain. We have recently started a pretty large project in Australia though, and in Singapore, Korea, Nepal. We're focused on web systems, mobile apps, enterprise, but recently we have been moving a lot more towards AI. And then we have an office. One of our co-founder is based out of Tokyo. We have office in Tokyo. We have 10 people there. The development center, complete development center is in Kathmandu right now. These are a few of our clients. Obviously, we work with KFC Nepal, Pizza Hut Nepal, Kathmandu app is built and maintained by us. CityPay is a wallet. So these are a few of our clients. We've worked for almost 12, 10 years. Um, so we focus a lot on software development process. I mean, we think when Ryan was saying like it's better to have your process embedded the customer developer center, whereas we kind of convince our clients like, hey, use our process because we have mastered it in the last 10, 12 years. So we have a strict software delivery process from pre-sales to maintenance mode. So there is a documentation for each role, each individual, and we kind of strictly follow this process in every project. So and that's the reason we have been able to deliver the projects on the time, under the budget. We focus a lot on process and documentation. I mean, we made a lot of mistakes early on, even till 3, 4 years ago. But then all those mistakes we're trying to learn, like it pays a lot way off when we document everything, design everything upfront. Obviously, we'll not be able to capture all the points, but then we make a conscious, deliberate effort to make sure that everything is trying to be captured and documented. So we follow this rule very rigorously. But then we invest a lot in R&D. I mean, we are one of the very few Nepalese companies. We invest the revenue, tremendous amount of the revenue on R&D. And then we've been doing that since last 10 years. We're very good experts. We have expertise built up on geodata analytics, multiple subdomain of artificial intelligence, a very good computer vision team, natural language processing that we used to do before Gen AI, big data, IoT, and then since Gen AI came, we have been using Gen AI not only researching but implementing in the applications for customers, in-house projects. And then we also teach AI in Pulchok College. So in Pulchok College, there's a fourth year. They have elective AI, which is the AI course there. We have open source few AI components. There's a coding tool, Code LLM. We built open source that. We have open source a Python library. And then we have used internal tools for software development and analytics. So these are the papers we have published in last like 8 7 8 years. There are more papers coming in. So we emphasize a lot on doing research, taking that learnings into the implementation of the companies, and also publishing papers. We also encourage our team members to go abroad, do in-person presentation. I think with one presentation coming up in Europe, we're trying to do another one in Singapore. Um, and then our papers have been cited by top universities and companies that showcase the quality of the work that is being done in Nepal by Nepalese companies and I mean our members. And this is the plugin for coding that we released under marketplace of VS Code. There's open source library that we have released for the work we realized was worth for everyone. Again, from AI projects, we have done automated chat, computer vision 3D mapping, satellite image processing for a drone landing, chat with data, um, and then we use AI in our own processes. So that's a pretty quick, fast presentation. I'll be more than happy to answer the questions. Thanks everyone. Thanks Ryan and team for this opportunity.
That's great. Gaurav, it seems like you guys are into a really high level of IT, like very specialized, like geodata mapping. What else?
Yeah, we focus a lot on R&D, and then obviously geodata was. We believe like geodata is going to be extremely important for every company, especially on retail, transportations, and all those things. And then once AI became we have been investing in AI since like 2016 itself. We've done multiple projects even then. But we already had a foundation when Gen AI came out. So instead of just using the Gen AI, we realized it makes more sense if we take the earlier R&D learnings and use that on building top of it. So we find we're trying to fine tune, in fact, fine tune multiple models on voice and the text. So obviously that's going to be Iguana's core competency going forward. I mean, we want to be fine-tune experts of LLM. That's 5 year down the road. That's going to be our expertise. I mean, we personally think like the way web and mobile and e-commerce were popular in early 5 or 10 years ago, fine-tuning LLM will be the major work and where the good amount of money is being made. So that's why from building our own expertise towards that direction.
Right. And who's funding your R&D? Is there like some large organizations backing you up, or yourself?
It's our it's our revenue.
Oh, okay. Because R&D is really expensive. I mean,
It's very expensive.
are
It's
you
very
getting your
expensive.
ROIs?
We were getting it obviously, but it's a long term investment. We know that. I mean, that's I mean, being an IT entrepreneur, you have to look at what's down the horizon. It's not
Yeah.
tomorrow's game. So we know AI is going to be big. We know fine tuning is going to be big, and it's worth investing in that vertical. And then I'm pretty sure we'll get ROI within a few years, if not soon.
Okay, now let's move on to Pranav. Pranav Prananga from Ripple Bytes.
So, good morning, everyone. I'm very thrilled to be here to talk about Triple Bytes. We're here to show you exactly how we can empower Australian business by connecting you with Nepal's premier remote tech talents. Think of us as your partner connection for top-tier innovation digital solutions. Let's make some wave together. So, so who we are? Ripple Bytes stands at the forefront of IT industry, distinguished by our commitment to innovation and excellence. We are proud of our proven track records. We deliver groundbreaking solutions that transforms the digital landscape. Our expertise spans a diverse range of technologies, meaning we blend creativity, advanced tech, and industry knowledge to create solutions that exceeds your expectation. Our corporate philosophy is simple but powerful. We believe technology has the power to create transformative ripples of positive change. We are committed to innovate, integrity, and excellence, and our cultural values continuous learning and diversity. We are more than just a company. We are a force for positive change where the ripples we generate today becomes the wave of progress for tomorrow. These are the pillars that guide every decision that we make in our company. Our vision is to shape the future of technology and see a world where business thrive through the seamless integration of innovation solutions. I might retake it. So I'll get back. Our mission is to be the spark to ignite innovation and drive progress. By pushing the boundaries of technology, we empower your organization to embrace change, optimize operations, and amplify your impact on a global scale. And finally, trust is our bedrock. We promise transparency and integrity and open communication in all our interaction. We believe trust is earned through consistency, reliability, and excellence, and you can rely on us uh, as your trusted partner. So, global presence. We are a global company with a local touch. Our influence extends across borders as we are also located in Australia and including our office in Kathmandu, Nepal. This footprint allows us to seamlessly integrate local insight with the global perspective. No matter where you are, Peoplebytes is a trusted partner for navigating the digital landscape with precision and proficiency. Uh, so this is the heart of our value proposition, what makes us truly unique. It starts with dual location synergy. We combine the incredible tech talent of Nepal with the proximity of our Sydney office to ensure zero cultural friction and a seamless strategy for our business. We have an innovation first mindset, focusing on transformative solutions, not just functional ones. Our unwavering quality is backed by intricate QA processes that ensures 99% uptime and flawless diverse delivery. Simply, we put it right. And most importantly, we are relationship driven. We have transparent communication and agile sprint because we see ourselves as a true extension of your team for a long-term partnership. And one more point is that we have also started our office as a hybrid office where most of our teams are also working remotely to match different time zones, like in Australia. So these are some of our USP. Uh, so these are some of our clients that we have worked with. So our work speaks for itself, and these are some of the fantastic clients we have had the pleasure of partnering with. As you can see, our portfolio is incredibly diverse from education like Australian International Institute of Higher Education to finance with Sky Finance to construction with Mailing Groups. This diversity demonstrates that no matter your industry or size, we can deliver a tailored, high-impact solution that gets tangible result. So let's dive into the core of what we do. We offer custom software development. This is where we build innovative, scalable, and tailored solution to meet your exact business needs, covering the full development cycle. Alongside that, we excel at web application development, where you need a user-friendly custom web platform, responsive design, or scalable application that can cater perfectly to your audience. Next up is future, we are also stepping into AI and machine learning. We put the transformative power of AI right at your fingerprints with tailor-made solutions. This includes everything from predictive analysis to computer vision. And we have also done some CSR for this purpose for government sector as well. To ensure all your system runs smoothly, we handle infrastructure and DevOps. We use industry best practices for things like cloud migration, CI/CD pipelines, and infrastructure automation to optimize your infrastructure and accelerate your development process. It's not just about functionality, it's about experience and visibility. Our UI/UX design team blends creativity and function to craft visually stunning, user-centric interface and interactive prototypes that leaves a lasting impact to our clients. And to make sure people see your brilliant product, we offer comprehensive suite of digital marketing services from SEO and targeted campaign to social media management and content creation. We ensure your brand stands out and drive impact results in the digital landscape. Here's a snapshot of impressive technology we master. We call this our tech stack. We don't limit ourselves. Our expertise spans the latest platform and programming languages across software development, deployment, cloud computing, and database. The takeaway is simple. Where tech you need, we have the comprehensive and cutting-edge expertise to ensure your project is a massive success. Beyond software, we also offer exciting animation services. Our team loves to bring things to life. We specialize in 2D character animation, masterfully conveying distinct emotion and crafting engaging stories with every moment. So you can see some of our snapshot of our 2D character animations. These are some snapshots that are used in game development. So we use tools like Unity, Spine, Adobe After Effects, Live 2D to create these animations. So you can see the final animation product that we have delivered. This is made from one of the client from Japan. So this is a snapshot from a game. So we also create high quality 2D props and environment animation, ensuring every detail from the background to the smallest object is realistic and interesting. And these are some of those cutscenes that we have prepared for one of our clients. Moving forward, we also do digital marketing and automation. So in digital marketing and automation, we step into SEO, PPC, email marketing, video marketing, reporting, or optimization, chatbot system, marketing strategies, automate landing page and funnels, AI lead, content generation, etc. So we can see we have optimized a lot of Google business pages to have a best performance in SEO, due to which we can see we have placed so many pages on top rank of Google. Now we can see all the data that we can collect in Google Search Console.
Pranav, that's very interesting. Can you share your slide in the group chat and please?
Yep. Yes, sir.
What you
Almost
said now.
done. Yeah.
Yeah, yes, a little bit long.
Okay. So before we wrap, I just want to quickly introduce our amazing team. I'm Pranav Pradhananga. We have our CIO Kiran Rai and CTO Subhat Giewali. We are ready to partner with you. You can find our contact details for both our Australia office and Sydney office right along with our phone number and email. Thank you so much for your time and attention today. We look forward to working with you, and as we say at Triple West, let's make Triple together.
Thank you, Pranav. Was a good person. Thank you. Let's move on approach. Okay, now since we are running out of time, let's move on to our other presenter. We have now Asim Kafle. Asim is from PeopleSync. They offer a very unique services in mortgage broking and property management and accounting.
Hi everyone, my name is Asim Kafle and I'm the Chief Operating Officer at PeopleSync. I've been working in Australian mortgage and education sector for more than 4 years now, and I have learned so much through the experience. I want to thank you for taking the time to join today, and I'm excited to share what we are, who we are, and how we have been building one of the most reliable outsourcing companies connecting Australia and Nepal. So let's get started. We are an ISO certified outsourcing company with offices in Victoria, Australia, and Kathmandu, Nepal. Our goal is simple: to help you find the right talent, save time and resources without compromising the quality. Right now, we are only working with referral clients. We haven't entered the open market yet. We are focusing on perfecting our processes and making sure everything runs smoothly before we go to the public. So by January 2026, we officially plan to go in the open market. But even without any advertising, we have a solid client base, which is really encouraging for us. So the areas that we add value are mortgage broking assistant, property management, bookkeeping and accounting, RTO and higher education support, web development, design, marketing, digital marketing and design. So these are our 5 core services. So why do people choose us? First, we are ISO certified, ISO 27001 certified, meaning our information security meets international standards. This ensures that every data we handle is protected. Our ISO 9001 quality certification is also in progress. Second, we help clients save up to 70% on HR cost without compromising on skill and quality. Our team delivers the same expertise and efficiency at the fraction of the cost. Third, you don't need to worry about rent, internet, or utilities. We handle it all. Your team will work from a comfortable, well-managed office here in Nepal with everything they need to perform at their best. Fourth, we are scalable and flexible. Whether you need full-time or part-time employees or a dedicated full-time team of 10 employees, we can make all happen. You can start small, test the process and scale up as you go. Finally, our onboarding is fast and transparent. We shortlist candidates who have already experience in working with Australian client. We can set an interview with them directly. You can assess their communication and skill. And once approved, they can start working for you within 2 weeks. So our one of the key areas of service is mortgage broking assistant. Our team includes experienced loan processor and credit analyst who understand Australian mortgage system and lenders policies. They handle document checks from income verification, borrowing capacity, apply online submission, and communication with brokers and lenders, which ensures every loan is accurate, compliant, and completed on time. In short, we keep your loan pipeline moving efficiently from start to settlement. Our team is trained in platforms like Mercury, Broker Engine, and other CRM so that they can start working for you from day one. Next is property management. We help real estate agents across Australia by managing their rental-related administration from lease preparation and renewals to ARIES follow-up and property listing. Our team also handles suppliers coordination, landlord payments, open house scheduling, and record keeping, which ensures full compliance with Australian rental laws. They are also trained in Property Me, Property Tree, and Agent Box so that they can adapt to your workflow from day one. The third service that we have is RTOs and higher education. Our team also works with VET providers and higher education institute managing their complete student enrollment process. This includes handling application, checking GS requirement, preparing offer letters and COE, and ensuring all compliance documents are in order. We also support migration agents with skill assessment, document preparation, and visa administrative tasks, making sure that every application is accurate and submitted in time. Our goal is to keep the admin running smoothly so educators and consultants can focus on guiding their students and clients. Next we have is bookkeeping and accounting. We have 0 certified accountants who handle data entry, payroll, batch preparation, and financial reporting based on Australian standard. We go beyond, basic bookkeeping. Our team provides, insight using Zero tools to help you understand your numbers, managing the cash flow, and help you make better business decision. And another service that we have is we provide web development support for Australian clients. We help Australian business grow online, making reliable websites and IT solution. Our team also builds a modern, high-performing website that just does not look only great but also deliver result. We also develop custom software and mobile application that simplify operation and boost efficiency from e-commerce to automation tools as per your business needs. IT support ensures smooth performance with securing, hosting, regular maintenance, and strong data protection. In short, we handle everything from design and maintenance so you can focus on your business while we take care of your digital presence. And the last one is social media marketing. So we also provide social media marketing for Australian business. We manage social media for over 20 Australian clients already, helping them grow their online presence and generate consistent leads. Our services include content creation, email and SMS marketing, creating high quality social media post and video. We also specialize in paid ad campaigns and lead generation, running targeted campaign across Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Google to reach the right audience. We have an expert team who have already worked in the Australian market who can make sure that every campaign delivers real and measurable results. So to sum up, PeopleSync isn't just about outsourcing, it's about building a long-term partnership that gives Australian business a competitive edge through trusted, high-performing teams here in Nepal. That's all from my side. Thank you for your time, and I would love to answer if you have any questions.
Thank you, thank you, Asim. Great presentation. Let's give a big round of applause. Asim, you have very interesting solutions, right? Very unique. There was a lady named Anu Regmi. She's not
Yes,
online now. She runs
yes.
RTO. So maybe I'll introduce you to her, okay? I'm sure she will
Okay,
be happy to use your service.
okay,
Okay,
sure,
so,
sure.
okay, thanks, mate. So now Santosh Ranjitkar is back.
Good morning, everybody, or good afternoon, good evening, depending on where in the world you are. I'm sorry we had this technical difficulty. So yes, we are Remote Pro. It's a pleasure to be here, to meet all of you and to connect. I've been listening to all the presentations that have been going on, and it looks like we are standing on the shoulder of giants. All of you have very impressive portfolios, impressive resumes. And I think it's a testament to your work that we in the industry have reached this point where people all across the world do trust Nepal as a trusted destination for their operations. So yes, as the name suggests, we are Remote Pro. We operate remote office. We operate a remote office for you, and we're pretty good at it. So we are pros. So yes, thank you, Ranji. So I just want to start off with what we've done. It's just a small example of what we've done in the past. In 2024, one of our clients, we increased the total net profit by $250,000. Now, I would like you to ask yourself, what does it take for a small company to increase your profits like this? Could you stay there, Ranji, please?
Yep, sure.
Sorry.
Go
Back.
on.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So I would like to ask you to, I would like you to imagine what it takes for you to increase profits by $250,000. Maybe a lot more effort in designing your product competitiveness, more efforts in sales and marketing. How much would your revenue need to jump for you to make this book this extra profit at the end of the year? Ranjit, can you go next?
Yep.
So sorry to make you do this. So sorry to
No,
make.
it's okay.
Okay. So, how did we do this? Yes, like I said, we could either go into sales and marketing and increasing revenue and everything, but as a lot of us have covered during the course of these presentations, a penny saved is also a penny earned. So what we have done is we have, for this one particular client, we had a dedicated team of 4 people, and then we had a +1 from our side. So we were billing the clients for 4 people as a dedicated team. We're doing only their work, and the +1 is on us from our side just to ensure business continuity. Our client had a very complex workflow. We were working on their core business processes, and it was about a 3 to 4 month learning curve for someone from zero to actually start delivering 100%. And looking at things, trying to account for turnover for people who might want to leave for whatever reason. We always had a +1 as a backup, was in the bench, learning the job, already going live, doing tests. And then if there was anything in the team that someone had to leave, we already had one person in the backup who could join immediately. This team was built to exact requirements of the clients. Uh, they had a very specific job specification. Very good spoken English, very good written English, a good head on their shoulders, able to think in terms of numbers, and do so many other things. And we were able to build a team according to their specifications. And I think a very important part, which Noor Joshi also covered in his first presentation, is syncing with the team. We're not just an outsourced team based in some back office in Nepal. We are part of the team. We are an extension of the team. So that means our team here, they're also taking ownership of their projects, of their deadlines. They know what they're doing. They know why they're doing whatever they're doing, the tasks. They know how important it is for the company to achieve these goals. And instead of doing just a 9 to 5 job, they're owning the projects and they're saying, okay, this is what we need to do. This is what we need to get done. This is why we need to get it done. And because of that sense of ownership and that sense of connection, our team, they're performing very well. So besides the cost savings in terms of direct salaries, the bonuses that you as a service taker get is that you don't have recruitment costs, you don't have equipment costs, you don't have real estate costs, you don't have hidden costs of superannuation and benefits and managing leaves and all this, and you don't have liabilities, no safety, no sexual harassment, no improper leave, improper conduct. None of that is in your plate anymore. If you, when you're on a contract with a company like ours in Nepal, where you are removed from the responsibilities of dealing with the day-to-day of maybe having an in-house team member in on-premises. Can we move on, please? So what do we do? As Remote Pro, what do we do? Very simply, we say that we build custom remote teams for your very specific business processes. So what does that mean? What do we specialize in? What do we do? Basically, what we do is we understand what you need. So what you'll have to think about is if you need to extend your team, if you need to expand your team, what would you do onshore? You're going to find a few people to add on to your team. Would you advertising job boards? Would you hire a talent manager? Would you work with an HR? Would you work with a HR firm? And then once you onboard whoever you need to onboard, then you go through your training processes. And then there's the onboarding where they meet the team, and then you give them specific tasks and then slowly get involved with the day-to-day of the operations. It is exactly the same. We understand what you need. We will tell you if you can do it or not. If there is that kind of talent in Nepal, and mostly yes, unless we're talking about, say, you want somebody who is experienced in oil and drilling and mining, probably we can't give that for you from Nepal, but otherwise, yes, mostly skills in IT, skills in sales, marketing, administration, and the whole gamut. We have a lot of people in Nepal who are very well versed in these things, very well skilled, and with the right attitude. The next one, please, Ranjit. So yes, so what do we specialize in? We say that we are industry agnostic. We do not really say we specialize in this industry, we specialize in this industry. We actually specialize in people and processes. So the clients that we have, they are from a very diverse range of industries. We have clients who are in the education business. We have clients who are in the healthcare business. We have clients who are in the logistics and service facility management business. We have clients who are in equity compensation. And across all this, what we have realized is your core business processes, they need very specific set of skills. And it does not need to be very specific to the industry. It's imagine that you're hiring someone. What are you looking for? Basically, you're looking for someone who can speak English, who can communicate well, who can think on their feet, and who can get the job done. And that is what we do best. That is what we specialize in. We can build a good team that can get your job done. Can we move on, Ranju?
Yep.
Okay, so if all this kind of makes sense, if you think that, yes, we are in this point in our business where we think a remote team works for us to be competitive, to cut costs, just to be scalable and be more competitive, how do we start? I think the best way to start is to think of this team as an extension of your existing team. It's not building a new team from scratch. I think there is an element of I wouldn't say mistrust. There's an element of doubt. As a totally new team, how do I manage this team? They're not working in my time zone. We don't know these people. They're strangers. How is this going to happen? How is that going to happen? But if you have a existing team that is looking at something, we think the best way to start is have an extension. So instead of hiring onshore, if you have an offshore team that is supplementing the activities of your team, it is an easier sync. So how do we do it? We sit and discuss your requirements, your goals. What do you want to achieve? How do you want to go ahead? What is the scope of work that you expect us to fulfill, and standard operating procedures that help us get this done in a very streamlined manner. How do we build a team? With the basic, we go through resumes, we have the interviews, but we also do psychometric evaluations. So the psychometric evaluations, I think, has helped us a lot in building a good team, because we're not just looking at technical aspects, but we're looking also at the personality factor of the applicant, of the team member. So we're looking at a good personality fit, the person who is suited for the job and who is also suited to the team culture that they're getting into. And that gives us a really nice pool of candidates that has the potential to stay long term. Once we do our side of the selection process, we shortlist a few candidates and we ask the clients to have the final say. So let's say we have shortlisted 3 people, and then we set up an interview with you saying, okay, we think all 3 of them are good, but since they're your team, since they'll be working with you, you should have the final say. Why don't you take an interview? The best way to ensure success in this partnership is to determine very clear milestones and deliverables. This way, you know what to expect and we know what to deliver. So that sets a very good baseline on how to start, how to work, and then how to see results that are very measurable. And after this, all we need to do is train the team in your very specific business processes, delegate, and then we monitor for quality control, and it's pretty much smooth sailing after that. Next one, please, Ranji. So why remote? A lot of us have already covered this. We have a rich pool of skilled and experienced workforce in Nepal, competitive pricing, very customizable. But I think a very important thing is also about freeing up mind space for revenue generation. So like we mentioned, a penny saved is a penny earned, but that in itself is not enough. I think as entrepreneurs, we're constantly looking for growth. And if you do not have to sweat the small stuff, about hiring, about managing the day-to-day, as a business owner, I know how much value it is to have 3 hours where I can just think and focus and work. And I think that is also the value that we bring into the table. It is your team, but as an outsourced team, We have team leaders that are committed to delivering on the project milestones. And that really does free up your time to focus on maybe other things that can add more value to the business. And what kind of roles? I think it is just limited by imagination. If it can be done in English and if it can be done online, I think most roles can be fulfilled by a remote team. Ranjan, next one, please. That is what we can do. I'd like to take a few minutes just on our guiding principles. So what we believe in, exemplary professionalism, because all said and done, no matter how much cost you save, no matter what kind of value we provide, if we're not professional, then it's not a good fit. And we understand that. That is our credo. That is our motto. Professionalism before all else. We have to deliver on our commitments, on our deadlines, and we have to come in as a strong team player that really helps you in achieving your business goals. Connection and collaboration. If you look at our logo, it is a piece of a puzzle that's coming together. So that is what we believe we are to our partners. You're missing a piece, and then we want to be that missing piece where it all fits in together. We're working towards achieving goals together. It is a strong collaborative effort. And finally, it is respect for the individual. As team members, we have to work together, and we have to have respect for each other, and that is the only way that we can go forward. And the final slide, I think, Ryanji. Yes. So here we are, Remote Pro. I think you've seen us kind of a recurring theme where my background is the beach. Our first slide was a beach, and our final slide is also a beach. And we have talked about this with Ryanji when we're talking about this event. So the whole idea is, as an outsourced partner, we're trying to create something that has a lot of value, and that frees up a lot of time for us, so that as individuals, as business owners, we have time to enjoy the good things in life. Hopefully one day we can meet by the beach for pina coladas, go online, look at what our team is doing, and have personal time for ourselves, for our family, and make things happen for everyone. Thank you very much. That's it for Remote Pro. And thank you, Ranji, for this opportunity to present.
Thank you, Santoshi. Great presentation.
Thank you.
Big round of applause. I like your sales speech. We don't specialize in any industry. We specialize in people and processes.
Yes,
That's
that is
it.
what we do. That is what we do.
Yeah. Okay. I would like to request Sitesh Patrai, who is the co-founder and CEO of Swift Fin Global.
Hi, I'm Sitesh Patrai. I'm the co-founder and the CEO of Swifin Global Consulting. I'll just try to wrap up as soon as possible. So before going to the Swifin, let me briefly give you the background of our promoters and the people behind the Swifin Global. Like most of them are chartered accountants having experience of more than 3 decades in the accounts and financing services sector. We have more than 125 staffs like in the network form. And if you specifically talk about the Swiftin Global, we have around 25 staffs who are working basically for the global services. So with this, what I want to say that is that scalability of resources is there in Swiftin. As and when we need the resources, we pull from our existing, resources itself. And about us, we are a finance and accounting outsourcing firm. What we generally do is like we basically work in 4 different time zone itself, like US time zone, UK time zone, Australian time zone, and of course, Nepal time zone. And Nepal time zone is for our domestic clients. We have cross-industry experience of more than 12 industries, if you see, and have top tier talents. Most of them are chartered accountants, ACCAs, and semi-qualified CAs, and of course for USA we do have CPAs as well. We basically work on the cloud tools, and if you ask us what, it totally depends upon the requirement of the clients. We basically believe in providing the real-time visible insights, and in terms of deliverables, mostly it is in the form of the dashboard, especially when it comes to FP&A services. We basically what our success lies is on understanding the pain points of our clients and giving them, like I said, the real-time visible insights. And we are also ISO 27001 certified firm, and have in-house, strong protocol with respect to IT governance and compliance related matter. Because what we have realized over a period of time is that the global clients basically are concerned on basically two different things: the data privacy, their data privacy, and the communication promptness. So we have developed, the in-house protocol in order to ensure like such requirement is done without any compromise. Though we have experience of providing the global services right from the year 2013 itself, but in the year 2024, we established a special purpose vehicle, the SwiftFin, with the objective of providing the global services. In February, we got the ISO certification, 27001 certification. From December 2024, we started to work in the US time zone, and from February onwards, we started to work in the Australian and UK time zone. And talking about our services, we are into providing the fractional CFO support services, financial planning and analysis support, marketing strategies, basically digital marketing services, medical report review. Also for one of the client, USA based client, they ask us to have a group of doctors to get the back end support for the medical review of the review team. And we have we have a pool of doctors also, we are specially for that particular client. We also help them in the operational support services, return preparation and filing, accounting, bookkeeping, and compliance. These are the services that we generally provide. And our expertise basically lies on the sectors like IT-enabled, FMCG, gasoline, healthcare sector, construction sector, real estate, restaurants, and automobiles. These are like the proven 12 services sectors wherein we have been providing services. How we generally work is like once we onboard with the client, we basically we agree on the scope and understand the pain point. Then we basically set up a team and basically do a gap analysis of what is their existing process and what is their expectation, and then come up with a solution and implement it. And again, it's more like a review and continuous process, so it's more like an iterative approach. This is how we generally work. And about the success stories, on your left you can see the client testimonies as well. I basically have sorted out 4 success stories here. The first one is with respect to accounting and bookkeeping. This is one of the client having multiple industries. But that means multiple line of services. They were into gasoline, store, car wash, and restaurants. This type of services were there, and they were spreading across like 6 states, and in each state they had multiple branches in the US. So the problem was they were growing, but they used to keep most of the informations in the Excel form. Though the Excel was highly advanced Excel, and most of things that they have kept was more customized considering the sector they were in. But still the problem was lack of consolidation and lack of coordination in terms of people, also in terms of data. So like it was in the year before the establishment of Swift in itself. It was in the year 2023 June. In like in a span of 2 months, we consolidated everything like it was for the past 2 years, and then we prepared the consolidated financials, spoke with their CPAs, and then finally got your the tax return file for that. And with the appreciation we got from the CPA, from their CPA, that one-time assignment turned into our monthly retainership. And then after that, we thought of like opening a separate company focusing on the outsourcing or global services. That's how like Swiftin was established. And if you see for the success story 2 and 3, it's more on the financial planning, financial analysis and planning part, like wherein the story 2 is for the health alliances, wherein it is one of the comes under the top 20 health alliance firm, like in terms of revenue in USA. What we helped them in doing was we helped them in automating the financial reporting and developing the physical dashboard, also providing them with the real-time insights and help them in the cost-saving decision, and have reduced their manual work to like 25%. This was for the healthcare, and similarly for the HVAC as well. We did the same thing, but the thing is there in HVAC is like we is the newly acquired client here, wherein we are still focusing on the cost optimization and automation. And the fourth one success story is for the USA itself. Like they had the company had multiple subsidiary, and each subsidiary had multiple branches. So the problem was that in terms of consolidation of their performance, in terms of consolidation of the data, and to provide them with the daily reports was a major problem. So we have once we onboard, like we establish a mechanism like through which on a daily basis they give insights in the form of the dashboard, and the senior people, especially the finance president or the regional head, are aware of what's going on, like especially in terms of they are more focused on the cash flow management, regarding the receivable and payable management, and of course few of the benchmark which we mutually agree, which upon to be reported on a daily basis. So this is what we have established, and so far it's going good. So why Swiftin is that almost all 9 points I've already covered in my earlier slide, but I want to focus more on the third point, like our distinctive offering. If we see, like we have our in-house quality control team. So before giving any deliverables, like for each teams, we have one quality manager. Until and unless the person doesn't review, the things won't go to the client. Secondly is that we have a clearly defined communication matrix. Like I said earlier, like the two major things which the global clients basically ask for is the data privacy and the prompt communication. For that, we have basically established a clear communication matrix for all our 4 time zone that we currently work in. Thirdly is that for the data privacy, like I said in the earlier slide, we are ISO 27001 to 27001 certified firm. Also, we do separate NDA with our staff in order to ensure the data privacy and security. Further, our staffs are like well versed and certified for QuickBook when it comes to USA, and in for Australia, it's Zero. And we basically work on SOW and SOP, culture. So this is how we ensure the delivery quality is maintained, and we give it within the timely basis and ensure the expectation of client is met. So this is how we have been performing. So like this is the contact number is here. So if anyone wants to have any questions or want to have a separate call, please feel free to do that. So this is our team. So this is all from my end. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Sidesi. It was a great presentation. So,
Thank you.
if I'm not wrong, then you guys are a bit like virtual CFO, is it?
Yeah, we do
Okay,
that one also. Yeah,
that's good. Like virtual CFOs are great demand in Australia.
right,
You know, there are a lot of people work in this capacity.
right,
I'm sure there is a market out there.
right.
Um, I had a couple of people here who were CAs. I think they have left now. Probably they could have definitely benefited from your presentation. But I'll share your slide with them.
Sure. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
The last presenter. Um, okay. Jairaz Misra.
Yes.
Yes, Jairaz. Yeah. Please take over the
Uh,
stage.
Namaste, Namaste सबै जनालाई.
Namaste.
I'm Jairaj Mishra. Basically, I have been into the professional since 10 years, right? In my 20s, I have mostly done the project from the SaaS to some generic solution, right? Recently, this Vasista solution, I have opened the company. So it's been around 5 months. I have registered under Nepal Company Act, right? And right now we don't have any team, but we are searching for the client for the projects, right? So based on the projects, we will hire the staff for on that part. So mostly our solution is the custom software development, data engineering, and AI consultant. So these are some of the service which we want to deliver from the Australia if there is any project coming, because we don't want to make our company as a product company. We want to make our company as a service company, and as well as the event management. uh, uh, सो यही भन्नाले चाहिँ सानोमा आफ्नो ब्याकग्राउन्ड डिस्क्राइब गर्छु किनकि किन म यो यहाँ इन्ट्रेस्टेड भएँ सो आई हेभ बिन टु लट्स अफ डिफ्रेन्ट कम्पनीज काम गरेँ त्यहाँ होइन सो वाट आई फाउन्ड इज द्याट हाम्रोमा चाहिँ रिटेन्सन रेट चाहिँ धेरै कम छ होइन सो वाइ कान्ट आई इस्टाब्लिस अ न्यू कम्पनी एन्ड on board different countries client, right? Just not from the Australia, from the Japan, from the US, right? And make a global team. So हाम्रो चाहिँ कम्पनीको लक्ष्य भनेको चाहिँ to deliver the global world class solution and use the local talent, right? So I have a good connection on the PR. So I have invested my 3 years on making the PR from different people, right? So solution चाहिँ हामी कस्तो खाले दिन सक्छौँ भने what type of solution we can provide is the healthcare, the fintech, and mostly the custom software development, right, based on the requirement of the client. So दुईटा डोमेनमा चाहिँ we can deliver the good solution on that part. So मेरो चाहिँ contact number I have given here, 9843599341, and you can go to the vasistasolution.odoo.com also. So it is very a short presentation, but moreover my objectives to come here is to find the client, get a good company from them, and know their requirement, know their budget allocation, right? And based on that we will work with them. र अर्को चाहिँ we want to work with the good people only, and just develop the country. and अहिले चाहिँ म इन्टरप्रेनरसिप जर्नीमा छु. वाट एभर आई डु, म जे गर्छु नेपालमै गर्छु, त्यो एमले चाहिँ आई हेभ जोइन हियर. थ्याङ्क यू सो मच.
Thank you, bhai. I appreciate your courage and your initiative. Right? All the best. Keep hustling. I'm sure you'll be one of the big companies as well. Like that. Bye.
Thank you.
Let's move on. We have Aryak Baral. He wants to present as well.
Okay, so we are Baral and Casey Associates, chartered accountant firm, and I'll briefly go through our background. We are a team of chartered accountants who have started this firm to actually ensure that we provide quality services to clients in Nepal as well as abroad. And we try to distinguish us by saying that we are experts in IFRS reporting. We also work on accounting and bookkeeping, and we are also and for that we've taken the certifications like Zero and QuickBooks. So this is a brief overview of our firm. We not only work on accounting and bookkeeping, but we also focus on advisory and audits. Audits are as suggested by the name audits, and advisory services like some of the previous speakers mentioned. We provide virtual CFO services, we provide bookkeeping services, we provide financial advisory, financial reporting, financial analysis, FPA. We could also work on valuations for the merger and acquisitions, so we could do that. So we are a fledgling team, right? So we also do payroll processing and also maintain books for account receivable. So as we all know, why Nepal? Because it's cheaper. We are good. We have technical expertise. We have access to the world. Like Ryan himself mentioned, that we have very strong technological support systems, which allow us to deliver services to our clients abroad as well. And so we we approach the clients, we onboard them, we ensure the data security, and then we report to them. It includes NDAs, it includes uh, having proper backup systems, all that are included, right? I don't want to get into the details. We have a dedicated team to support each of the clients. We ensure we have backups so that there is no delay in services. And I would also like to again add, Ryan has already said that, but when we work with outsourced outsourcing organizations, we have to ensure that we are working with the team. I mean, as your team, and not some service provider. So that way we can keep track of the deliverables, and then we can ensure that the deliverables are what the client wants, right? So that is very important. And so this is a list of our clients. We'll be working with agriculture focused on agriculture, on construction, on manufacturing, and especially IT services like White Himalayan for services, Himalayan Range Engineering, and we also work with doctors. We also work with NGOs. We also work with regulators like the Electricity Regulatory Commission here in Nepal. We also work with hydro companies, hospitality companies, and we've worked with Start Network also. That's a UK-based company. We've done their due diligence for countries like South Sudan and Somalia. So eSeva Money Transfer is also a client for whom we've done valuation services. So that is our expertise. I'm sure I've already said this in the chat, the presentation. The contact details are there. You can get in touch with us for any services that you want.
Thank
Thank you.
thank you, Arya. Good presentation. I think you got a variety of services that's really good because as an accounting outsourcing company now, you can't just depend on bookkeeping because now bookkeeping is being done by AI bot. So it's good that you providing all those high value
Yeah,
services.
we're trying to focus on the analysis part more and the
Yeah.
reporting part so that we can help you with.
Yes. Probably you should move towards the direction of Sitesh, work more as a virtual CFO. I think there's more
Yeah.
demand in the area, right?
Right.
Okay. All the best. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay.
Let's
Thank
give
you
a
so
round of
much for the
applause.
platform.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So now we have one last presenter, Akash Bhattarai. Yes.
Okay, I'm representing this company, Lekha Seva. I'll not take much time. These are our introduction.
You're
You
also
can
in
see
accounting, I
later
guess.
on. Okay.
Yep.
Basically, we are more focused on accounting and financial management services. So we have certified accountants, professional bookkeepers, payroll and compliance specialists, financial advisors, and virtual CFOs, accounting system experts. We basically focus on these services only. Okay. So these are our some services regarding financial transactions, bank and credit card reconciliations, accounts payable, receivable, and BAS support, financial reports, superannuation management, end of year support. And we got some these advanced services like budgeting and forecasting, job costing. And we mostly use Zero, QuickBooks, Mayo, mostly to do it. And currently we are serving individual business clients and some accounting firms across Australia, UK, and Nepal. These are the tools we use to provide service to our clients. So these are the specialization areas where we provide our service to: e-commerce, retail, manufacturing, agriculture, IT, restaurants, healthcare. And why to choose Lekha Seva is this expertise in international accounting standard, flexible engagement models, early transactional or fixed fee. We follow this GDPR for data protection, dedicated client support, scalable solutions, and time zone advantage, which have been talked by so many people present here. So we basically work through this process. Initial consultation we do first, then service customization, then we collect data and transfer, and account process, regular reporting, and ongoing collaboration. After onboarding, we do this by this. For data security, we do use global platforms like Google Workspace, Teams, and OneDrive. And also we prefer client specific portals so that we can deliver our work to them through secured portals only. These are some testimonials that we do to our clients from Australia, from health sector and IT sector. So these are our pricing models, which we can talk later if like-minded professionals are ready to join with us. So let's work together. These are our contact information. Thank you.
Yep, that's great, Akash. Thank you very much. Akash, my suggestion to you is also the same, don't focus on bookkeeping, okay? Because bookkeeping will be now done by AI, shortly. Yeah?
Okay.
So yeah, thank you, Akash. So let's take some questions from our audience, if there's any. Otherwise, we'll just discuss the questions I put together in the slide. So basically, when you actually engage a vendor or like a service provider, for your business, you have to ask certain questions to make sure that you are partnering with the right people, so that you don't get disappointed later on. You got to make sure that you are putting your dollars in the right service so you can get a good return on investment, right? So when you're deciding to choose a company for partnership in Nepal, you should look at these questions. Like for example, the first thing you should look at is company background and expertise. Okay, so since I don't have we don't have time now, since it's been so long already since our presentation started, I'll just quickly flick through these slides. Got to look at the team composition skills. Because it's not always good to work with big companies. Just because they're big doesn't mean that they are the best. Personally, I found it's easier to work with a smaller company where you can talk to the business owner directly. So that way you can have better control. You have to look at the HR policies, how they train the staff, how they choose the team members, right? And then like how they communicate with your team, like what's the project management techniques, like we discussed earlier. I think it was Abis who said that, like people nowadays, they are really dependent on uh, softwares like Jira, Slack, Trello, Microsoft Teams for collaboration. I think most of the companies in Nepal are highly tech savvy. They use these platforms, so there's no issues, right? And then again, to make sure that your project is on the right track, you should be asking for daily, weekly reports, right? Uh, to make sure that they're achieving the milestones, so that you don't miss uh, any important aspects of the project, which you realize only later on. So that's why regular reporting is so important. And it's always good to have a project manager as a contact person or an account manager. So if you work with Synergy, we are happy to be your project managers. Take Synergy as uh, a company or a person wearing two hats. We are your business development manager. We'll help you get the business, and we'll help you manage the project as well in Australia. So we are your project managers as well. So for our vendors, for our partners in Nepal, we are your business development manager, and for our partners, customers in Australia, we can be your project manager. And then you look at the pricing. when you look at the pricing, not always the cheapest is the best, right? So always go for the quality. Find out whether there are any hidden costs, any termination charges, uh, the duration of the contract. And one of the good thing about working with Synergy would be that you'll be working with someone who's based in Australia, so that we can follow the Australian laws, Australian regulations, and we can also take care of the payment to the team in Nepal, which could be a challenge if you're sending money overseas. It's not that simple. So we can look out for that for you. And quality assurance is another thing. You make sure that your partner in Nepal is providing assurance in terms of quality. They're giving you satisfaction guarantee. There's transparency and all, right? And then this thing we discussed quite a few times in the previous presentations. Data security and confidentiality is so important, because data is money. So you can't just like give anyone access to your data, right? You got to protect it. You got to make sure that it's not misused. So you have to make sure that your vendor signs NDA, non-disclosure agreement. And Synergy can help you with this as well. And also make sure that they do regular backups, things like that, right? Another thing you have to consider is scalability and flexibility of the company. Like if the company is too small and your project is too big, and you want to really expand, if the company is not able to help you expand, then that company may not be a right partner for you. Okay, so you have to decide, if the project you're going to be working in needs expansion in the near future, your partner must be able to expand together with you. And then there's another thing you have to look at, which is legal and compliance. For this again, you got to have a contract that's enforceable in the Australian legal environment. So if you're doing business with Nepali company, do you follow the Australian law or the Nepali law? That has to be decided. Whereas if you bring synergy in the middle, we will take care of this. So you deal with someone who is happy to work under the Australian law. So if something goes wrong, if something goes pear-shaped, if you sue, if you have to sue your vendor, or if the vendor has to sue the customer, you don't have that hassle by going through Synergy. You also have to make sure that the company is able to provide the after-sales support, right? There are companies out there, especially from my experience, news experience, we found that there are some service providers who just concerned about closing the deal, providing the product, and then forget about the customer. That's not how it works. You got to be able to provide the service in the long term, because the only vendor who provides good after sale support will be able to cross sell their other services, build the long term relationship, right? So these things are very important to be noted by the vendors based in Nepal. So those are some of the questions. So I think that's basically the close of our expert today. I hope it was interesting and productive. I can still see here more than 20 people listening to us, which is quite impressive. Thank you very much for your patience. And we hope to do it again and again, so that we can give more companies the platform to promote their business to potential customers in Australia. If you have any questions, I don't think we'll have time to discuss it now, but you are more than welcome to send us an email, or give us a call, and share your experience, any suggestions. As I said earlier, we're also learning. This is our first attempt. I hope we will be able to do it again and again if there's a demand, and we can do it in a much better way based on your suggestions. Okay, so Noor, do you want to say something?
No, yeah, thank you everyone for your time. It's clear that, the companies, the suppliers or the vendors in Nepal, they know what they're doing. I can already envision some services that we can use. For example, I get a lot of requests for bookkeeping services. And it's good to see there are a few companies who specialize in zero, MOAB and so forth. Definitely, I'll be in touch with those companies when there's an opportunity that arises. Thank you very much, everyone, for your time, and hopefully see you again. Ryan, thank you for organizing this.
It's been a pleasure, Noor. It was very nice to meet you all. It's been a great networking session too. There's so many contact details, you know, have been shared in the chat. Please feel free to download them, connect with those people. As I said earlier, your network is your net worth, you know. So let's build our network. Okay, guys, thank you very much. Thanks for your time.